am wrecked to this world, but I am malleable, and so you cannot hold me close and suffocate me with your hard, punched earth. I thought of how you scraped the blood and tears that you never felt running red, brushing with wire skin down on your face. I've cut these scars more and more, the tussle exaggerating each punctured cell until the scars grew too quickly and I lost control of its milky, white, stringy sinew. That never had to occur to you. Every day my head is wrapped tightly around my eyes, nailed to the beat that is poisoned with time and solitude. Nails that are made of hidden chemicals and are always fresh. Without the chilling breeze of family meat can fester. We must eat growth as family for it to be repurposed and then for it to be useful. No one is good enough, and no one is good enough to know better than the meat. You find it harder to be who we are when no one told you or showed you the light choking its way through the decayed walls of the tunnels that were collapsed in before us. Before us by others. Yes, others. Not you. We found that light, but you had stolen it all. Yet we still have some of its particles dissembling through into our own tunnels, and we liberated them. We captured them and discovered how they steal through the world. This is the light you saw too much of to notice, and so could not be bitter that we took some of what was handed down to you. We will not be so foolish as to keep it all for ourselves this time, like you did. We will collide our tunnels and our lights will synthesize. My tunnel will, at the very least, collide with another. At least, that is what my scars say. At least, until they fade. A loaded gun you point at our heads. You get closer and closer and closer and nobody stops you. Look harder and you can see the bullet down the rifle barrel. Its tip shaped like a nipple, as if you don't see that's how all of us began. You somehow made it into a weapon. A weapon both sides possess, but ours is illegal and immoral. Illegal and immoral until you decide it is useful. Illegal and immoral until it can be used to grow the next pair of flat, small, dry nipples. Yes, then they are useful. Useful for that. Useful for that and money and fucking. With that loaded gun, you got so close. You got so close that when you fired it, we had no time to react. That only happens once. We've since learned the taste of bullets. Next time, we will catch it. We will catch the bullet and then we will put it in our mouths to digest. It may take some time for our body to get used to it, but we know now how to do it. I know now how to do it. It's been built into me this whole time. The little presents that I'd never asked for, but I will love it as my child. The child that I cannot bear naturally. Fill your gun with as many bullets as you want, but I can still taste them all. It is an instinct now. It is knowing exactly how your face looks when you swim downstream. is indignation at knowing where I am going and that the many bullets you have fired are washed away by the expurgent current. That soft round head. That soft round head that I have tongued. That soft round head of the nipple that has given me orgasms that blew my head off in the way your bullets never could. No, not the small, flat, dry nipples. They are not useful. Willingness to succeed regardless of the chemistry, regardless of the reaction. Within that moment, power is a vessel that we built from the gifts our gods unknowingly gave to us. We are the ones who are around in the early years when knowledge was blacked out, when we threw out our hooks and dragged in what feelings we could. Rules were written in them without their knowledge, and their rules were broken before death made them change. That is the unfortunate part for them. The rules will always be broken with us. We are dumped into a dark space with only sharp edges that force us how to bleed before we learn. I plunged my hands deep into my head and ripped out the nails to consume the poisoned meat. My body was now used to it because life is practice and I had practiced with my head enough. The warm, silky liquid drowned my wounds. I was tense with purpose. We did not need these wounds anymore. My God had answered. The silky liquid had set. No longer smooth, but now sticky and woven into me. It is our blood and no one else's. We know what is in it. You know what can be in it. You do not know what is in yours, so why should we not collapse into your tunnel? We have earned ours and it protects us. We know that our wounds will never stay shut, and the scars will never form so that vanity cannot begin. We own our blood and we know it well. We see how it rises and swells to fill the wounds because we know that it will keep coming no matter how many times our light is stolen from us. That is why we necessitate our purpose with our strength, because we know that gods are so